Lakeland Public Television's Common Ground is brought to you by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Production funding for Common Ground is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of Common Ground. I'm your host, Ashley Hall. Common Ground is a new weekly series that highlights northern and central Minnesota culture. Each week, we'll explore the unique people, places, and events that are an important part of our region. Each week, Common Ground videographers, editors, and myself will take viewers on a journey of exploration into the worlds of art, history, and culture. This week, we'll introduce you to Austin Kilinske, a woodcarver from Bemidji who adds a totally different technique to his finishing touch. Mark Herbert is a rock artist from Park Rapids who uses Lake Superior rocks for both decorative and usable items. And finally, you'll meet Mike Sedivy, a Nisswa artist who uses gold leafing in his design.
I got interested in wood turning through my father, Art, and I decided to start working on it after I worked with my brother for 2.5 years in a body shop where I learned how to look at a finish and buff a finish. And that's kind of how we got to such a shiny finish on all the wood products. Most people use like lacquer. It's kind of a dull, more like the littler piece, but this one makes everybody think it's pottery. My first wood turning, a world famous wood turner told me it was very impressive. And I was just thinking, it's a baseball bat, but oh well. Everything starts as a board, gets run through the table saw and stripped into strips similar to this. And then we cut everything into rhombusses and glue the rhombusses into rings. And then glue all the edges and clamp them. Once the glue dries, you get something that looks like this. A little bumpy, you know. Gonna have to sand it on both sides so you can get a good glue joint again before you clamp it to make something similar to this. And this is what they look like after they've all been stacked before they've been turned on the inside. They also have an example of a turning from the inside. And after that, you get the other half and sand the face of this all the way around so you have a good glue joint again, clamp them, and start turning the outside, which is what I can show you now. It's gonna get dusty. Started out with a 3-pound ball of oil-based clay doing sculptures, and then I was about, I don't know, I'd say 13. And I started doing craft shows with Sculpey and just kind of branched out from there. All right, these should be good. Now I gotta take them over to the clamp. Don't want any oil on that, but it's really simple. These are both measured to about the same size on the inside, so that you won't be able to see anything when they get put together. Just standard wood glue. Nothing too fancy. Two together, twist them a little to spread the glue, and let them sit for a couple of seconds. Make sure you line up all the glue joints, otherwise it'll fall apart on you. Just kind of firms it up so that it doesn't slide once you clamp it. Just one, all right. Spreads the weight out so you don't crush the thing. Make sure that it didn't move too far. Twist it down and let it sit for about 10 minutes. This one is actually made from the same cut list as this. So should come out to a similar shape. The inside's turned a little bit different, so to get a thin enough wall, I'll have to change it a tad, but not too much. And just pull that out of there and put this in the lathe and start turning it for you guys. check and make sure it's centered on the outside. And it's close enough to turn because I have enough wall thickness on the inside. Set your rest so you can make your first couple of cuts. I'm going to start with the bottom of this piece. Turn it on again. Now this is the hard part. Learning how to use a chisel is quite a task. I still don't really know how, and I've been doing this for a year and a half. But the key apparently is to ride the heel, which is a little different. You can't start out like that. But before you do anything major, you want to get the outside just round. And I've actually discovered that wood makes a different sound when it's a certain thickness. I don't know if I discovered it, but most people think it's glasswork or glazed clay. They don't really think that it's wood at all. They don't think most people haven't seen this in so many years. It's almost a dead art. People in my generation have no idea. I've had people come up and ask me, did you cut a bunch of veneers and glue them to a piece of pottery? One thing that's unique about my woodwork is I concentrate more on the type of wood I'm going to use and the shape and size of the piece rather than other segmented artists that would try and laminate some kind of crazy pattern into their wood turning. And not necessarily have the nicest form, but a form that complements the pattern that they made. I would rather have a form that complements the wood grain and just use a solid piece of wood or put an accent ring or two in. I have only been doing this for about a year now, and I'm constantly trying new things, different techniques, learning all kinds of different things. I do commission work, and if you would like to order one, you can contact me through my website. Artcraftwoodproducts.com, craft is spelled with a K. A little different. I like this. This is coming out. There we are. That's it for the turning. Now all I need to do is sand this guy down, take all the tool marks off of it. Just do that. Now that we're all sanded, we have this ready for finish. And glaze will never come out with a nice wood grain. This guy, you can do a thing called grain matching and just kind of take a stick and alternate. But this one's just randomly assorted, and you get to pick your favorite side. I like this one.
I do a lot of different types of artwork. Got an art degree in college. I've always been interested in art. Grew up in the 60s and was either going to go into politics or art, and I chose art, which, you know, in this day and time, I'm really glad. When I graduated from college, I taught art and special ed in South Minneapolis, worked with kids with behavior problems, learning disabilities, and learned a lot about how therapeutic art can be. And it was really rewarding job experience. But after doing that for about 4.5 years, I got tired of the Twin City life, and like so many other people, I ended up moving up to Brainerd and tried to find out what I could do up here involved in art, and started my own business about, well, it's been about 26 years now. And my main goal was just to try to keep busy doing something creative, no matter what it would be. And one thing that I saw could use a little creativity was signs, because I hated signs. So I started doing a little more artistic signs, something with more design. Design is mainly the thing that gets me motivated in all of my art projects. And so considering signs weren't very creative, I just found kind of a niche for myself and gradually got into doing three-dimensional carved wood signs, sandblasted signs. I've decided to do a lot of logo work, commercial artwork. I do illustrations, and I've done a couple cartoon maps for the Whitefish area, for the Nisswa Gull Lake area. Anything involved with art. And I've done so many projects for so many different types of people, so many different types of businesses, I forget half of what I do. And I really find it really rewarding. I really enjoy what I do, and it keeps me motivated to keep on going. Art's a really difficult thing to make a living at, and what I tell a lot of people that get art degrees is just keep plugging away, do whatever you can that's creative, and eventually you'll find it become a bigger part of your life. Yeah, Lee Anderson has a great boat collection in the Nisswa area. He's won a lot of awards and different antique boat shows around the country. And he has a lot of his boats in the Nisswa area. And luckily enough, he's had me do a lot of the gold leaf work on his boats as they're being restored. Wood boats need a lot of maintenance yearly because they're old wood. You know, most of his boats date back into the 1920s. And with wood expanding and contracting, they need to be refinished a lot. So as his boats go through the process of getting refinished, he's having me do gold leaf work on a lot of names on the transoms. I'll design the transom design, get it okayed by him. I'll research old logos for different boats. I've been doing gold leaf for about 13, 14 years now. Originally I got into gold leaf, I think, because I always had an interest in like Egyptian art. And I was looking at the history of gold leaf, and there's documentation that gold leaf was used by the Egyptians 4,500 years ago. The top of the Great Pyramid had gold leaf on the top of it, which of course is all worn off by now, but that's the way it was originally designed. And I was always really intrigued by the artwork that they found in King Tut's tomb. I had experimented with gold in different sign projects and always been interested in it, so I started doing that, and Lee really liked the results, so I've done quite a few of his boats now. This particular boat is called the Black Arrow, and it's really one of a kind. It's made by the Fay and Bowen Boat Company, and it's about a 25-foot long arrow. And I used relatively close to the original arrow that was used. So yesterday I came by and put on gold size, which is a special kind of varnish. And the varnish takes approximately, I'd say 24 hours to set up until it reaches the right tackiness in order to make the gold have the most luster and reflective qualities. Right now what I just did is this side of the arrow, I laid the gold section by section with these, they're about 3 1/4 inch squares of gold that's been beaten down between pieces of leather and extremely thin and very fragile. I've laid the gold down, and I have to go back and try to find the spots where there may be little pinholes because the gold is beaten so thin, and so I'm going to end up rubbing over these to make sure I didn't miss anything. Now I've gone over this, all the gold is attached, and then I have a really soft brush. It's actually a kind of expensive makeup brush that I use, and it's very soft on the end. I don't want to do any rubbing or anything on here for at least a couple days, just because the gold size, which is the special varnish, it takes a long time before it gets hard. So I'll wait at least a couple days before I do any special spinning or texturing with velvet and things like that. So when I get done finding all the pinholes and making sure I didn't miss anything, I'll go with this and then I'll start cleaning it off. So what I'm going to try to do with this arrow is make it look like it's actually carved into the deck, the sides of the boat. I want to do some special burnishing to try to create a three-dimensional look to the gold that I put on a few days ago. And it is a little bit of a tricky process, trying to get somewhat of a three-dimensional look on a two-dimensional surface. So right now what I did with my special tape, I taped off certain areas of this gold arrow, and I'm going to use some velvet, which is a really good velvet, and I'm more or less scratching the gold with, velvet's really soft, but it's going to leave marks in the gold. That's how fragile the gold is. So I'm going to make the parts of the arrow look different when the boat's out in the sun or different light sources, so that there's going to be a contrast between the top and the bottom all the way along the arrow, and make it look beveled and somewhat three-dimensional. And that's going to add a lot of luster and just make it a little bit more attractive than just flat gold. What happens, the little bit of scratch that I put in there is going to reflect the light. To get the right effect with this, you got to make sure you go, every section that's next to each other is go in the opposite direction, otherwise it's not going to look right. Heading down to the home stretch here, and then I'm going to go and take a good close look at everything. See if I need to do any more burnishing on certain spots. Make sure all the lines line up pretty decent, and then I'm done. I'm lucky enough to run into some people who want to have the gold leaf done and do appreciate the quality of work I put in. I bend over backwards to try to do things right and in the best way, come up with the best designs, do things as authentic as possible, and it's nice to find people that do appreciate that, And I've been blessed to be able to do such a variety of projects and always learning something new, always experimenting, trying new things. And that's what art's all about. That's what life's all about. If you keep on learning things, things always stay interesting.
My name is Mark Herbert, and we make products with Lake Superior stone. Well, we're going to be going through the process of making a lamp, from kind of picking out our rocks to cutting it, drilling it, and then we'll kind of put it together and kind of look at the finished product. We make two different types of lamps. One is a lamp that we actually put feet on. We use driftwood that we find from Lake Superior along the shore, or we use wooden legs from some of the trees that have died in the area. And the other one is basically what we call a boulder lamp. And a boulder lamp is basically we take a rock that we like, we cut it, it might be cut flat, and then we stack our rocks on top of that. So today we're going to actually look at a boulder lamp. And what I picked to use today, kind of a cool green color. It's got a little bit of some crystal in it, maybe a little bit of Thompsonite. With that, we're going to wind up cutting it flat on the bottom so it'll actually sit nicely. We're going to cut a little bit flat on top so that our top rocks will sit also a little bit flush. So. All right, and as you can see, we've got a nice flat base, got a sturdy base there, got a little flat on the top, and kind of the cool thing about it, again, every cut looks a little bit different to to the rock itself. Now that we got our base rock cut the way we want to cut it, now we kind of want to decide how we want to build our lamp. What kind of look do we want to get out of it? As you can see, there's one here that's been kind of put together. Pretty symmetrical, everything's kind of flowing in one direction. Very nice looking lamp. We want to do something a little bit different today. So we'll start drilling this and see where we go. What happens if you don't release the drill bit up and down and let clean water get through there? Two things is, one, it will create heat even if you think there's water in there, just because it heats up that water also. The other is it winds up getting these spirals filled with rock product. So even though you're running water and you think you're getting water down there, it's not carrying the water to the tip of the drill. So after we've already got the hole drilled in the down position, what we want to do is we're going to take a little drill bit and kind of see how deep we are. The reason for that is then we can go to the back here and know how far down we want to drill into the back side for our cable to come through. Now the fun part comes in is kind of getting everything stable so that we can actually drill down and hopefully meet that other hole there. And once we do this process, we're going to take this, which is a 1/4 inch bit out, going to put a 3/8 in around our hole because that's the size of our lamp rod is 3/8 inch. Now if you notice, as I put this in, I've got water running out of the other hole. So if I plug the hole, you can see that it's coming out the top where the water's running in. Once I release it, you know it's open, so you know you've got a nice pathway for your cord. And the next step with that is we're going to talk about our base rocks and kind of start building our lamp and see what it looks like. In these ones, I've got water in here already, and because they are so thin, I'm just going to drill them through without having to worry about damage to my thing. So folks can also see that if we left it in the base like this, you always want to have a piece of wood or something underneath it because you don't want to drill through your pan and the water's not going to do much good. And there again, got a nice hole. Check it with our rod. Nice. Okay, so downstairs we went through the process of cutting the base, making it square. This one is not cut. Again, these are all from the North Shore. So we're going to put together this lamp. This one here, again, is going to be a kind of a wing lamp, and I'll kind of give you some options of what folks are using the wing lamps for. The first process that we've got is we've got obviously the lamp socket, we've got the rod, we've got the rocks, and then we have the cord. Sometimes the trickiest part with the cord is getting it through the rock. And because, again, we're basically a moms and pops type thing, we have our highly technical little piece of wire with a bent hook to be able to reach down in and grab, there we go, the lamp cord itself in that. It really helps if you just twist the two wires together. It kind of makes a cross for it so that your little hook can get in between and then pull up through your lamp wire. Then we've got the lamp rod, and I've already measured the lamp rod. You don't want the lamp rod to go in, especially on a boulder-based lamp, to go too far down in, because if you pound it down in too far, you can actually cut the wire off. We're just going to feed that up and through in that. And then, with the lamp cord pulled on just a tad, you can tap it down to where you've got it marked. You can use your rocks, that's what they're for, they're good for that. And again, it's basically just kind of like a puzzle, you're just kind of putting it together. Now, one of the tricky parts with this is always remember to put your cap on before you wire everything else up, which I do quite often. So again, we're just going to screw that on. We're going to give ourselves some room on the top, so we've got some room for this to move in that. We'll set this so we can actually work on it here. Actually, working nice. Put a nice shade on it. One of the fun things when we talk about making a lamp is, it can be more than just a lamp is, we had a grandmother buy, and again, we're gonna move this around the way we want it. I'm actually gonna make it look this way. Is when she has her grandkids visiting, she takes kisses and she puts them on the lamp. And when the kids come in, she also has hugs most of the time. And that, the kids know, they come in, they give grandma a hug and they run over the lamp and they grab their kiss from grandma. So again, it's more than just a lamp, it's kind of a, as she put it, you know, kind of building a tradition with the kids, with the grandkids. So that's kind of cool. So unique looking lamp, got some pretty colors in it. Use it for some fun stuff, and you can always rearrange it, which is what half the fun is making them functional, yet very unique.
Thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you enjoyed tonight's show, and we look forward to seeing you next week right here on Common Ground. If you have a segment idea for Common Ground, please contact us at legacy@lptv.org or call us at 218-333-3022. Individual segments or copies of Common Ground, please call 218-333-3020. Production funding for Common Ground is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. If you enjoyed this segment of Lakeland Public Television's Common Ground, consider making a contribution at lptv.org.